All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on a very, very special reunion show with myself, Adam, because you're not the star on this show. And then you have the hype man, Clint, back with us, ladies and gentlemen, on the Scoop reunion show here. And we got a very special guest with us, Chris Sticks, ladies and gentlemen. Chris, how you doing today?
Doing well, David. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I can barely hear Chris. If you guys can turn me up some.
God, Chipper, will you calm the fuck down?
Told you.
I'm just saying, like I
It's always one, isn't there? You never have a live remote without somebody not being able to hear something, right?
I mean, I can hear you perfectly, but I can barely hear Chris.
He's got the biggest
I'm
mouth.
doing very well. Thank you for having me.
There you go. There you go. I got Chris now.
It ain't me this time. It's not me. It's not me.
Absolutely.
Hey, I
It's
got
not.
this over here.
Yeah, we got
this.
We got super producer
George.
George joining us. George, thank you for producing the show for us here tonight.
No problem. I'm only operating on 4 hours of sleep. We're good. Sleep's
Who needs-
overrated.
Hey, who needs sleep?
This guy, I have not slept since work last night.
All right, so let's go around the panel here real quick. Clint, it's been a while since you've been in the same seats as me and Adam with us here on the Scoop. We had a show called The Scoop. Tell us how you got involved into being the super producer, hype man of Mr. Adam.
Man. Okay, so I remember the first time I came on my first episode of The Scoop. I remember it perfectly. I remember we doing like top 5 80 songs, and Adam was getting crap for his list, like always, like always. But I ain't gonna lie, Dave, you welcomed me into it. Like I started off producing, and then you're like, you might as well get on the show sometime. And I'm like, okay, I felt like I want to not take over like this y'all thing, but you welcomed me with open arms, though, man. I'm grateful that this thing took off. Y'all still killing it. Despite what people say, this man got Redline going. It's not going nowhere. It's gonna be around forever. And for how many people try to tear this man down and try to say whatever you can, I know his passion and his heart for this right here. And when you have that, you can take this anywhere. This is gonna go to the top.
Thank you, Clint. I appreciate that, man. And Clint, you're always welcome anytime you want to come on the show, do a show, hang out with us.
I might have to talk to you about that.
Hang out with us.
Well,
Hang out with us anytime you want, man. And it's an honor and a privilege to have you back here for the last ever IX Piston Powered Autorama. Clint,
Honor to be here, man.
we haven't asked you this. What is your most memorable Piston Power show with Redline Radio?
You wanna know what's crazy?
Go ahead.
This is my first one last.
Wait,
Yeah, I remember because when I used to work, my schedule I always used to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I could never make it out here because I work mornings.
Wait a minute, you and Rob never did Hot Tag Wrestle Corner from here?
Nope.
Wow, I did not know that.
Nope.
What's up, man? Did you get yourself some Outlaw beer? Koozies? Yeah, make sure you guys get that. Outlaw Beer, official sponsor, Redline Radio. Go check them out.
I do want to say one thing, though.
What's up? What's up?
I'm glad that y'all came into that song instead of Cyndi Lauper.
if we would have planned it better, we probably would have.
I literally came here thinking they're going to troll me and play
we
that.
got a super producer, George. So, George, if you can play Clint's favorite song.
No, George, don't do that.
We'll do it at break.
We'll do it at
If we
break.
do a break, that is.
So, Adam, what have you been up to? Let the fans know who watched the Scoop before.
Not a whole lot. I mean, we just, we do our Saturday unscripted stuff now. I mean, flagging kind of isn't what it used to be, so there's really nothing going on that aspect right now because the company I work for sucked. So right now I'm just getting unemployment and helping Dave clean out houses, which, tell you what, my fat ass is definitely out of shape, and I found that out with just 3 days of work because it beat my ass.
Well, it doesn't help that we were lifting drywall and carrying packages of siding, all the way through this building and unloading a 50,000-pound semi.
There's two different ones.
Yeah, one was 50,000 pounds, the other one was 30,000 pounds. So yeah, that's what we did. That's what we did this week. But we got my main man Chris Sticks Liebhart here, who is joining us once again on not on this show, but on Redline Radio. First time ever on this show. Chris, we appreciate you, man, for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us here on the show, not only on the show, but also the IX Center, man. How you doing, Chris? What you been up to? It's been a while since we talked to you.
Well, I'm doing real well. Just working hard, working at home a lot, running my shop, my sign shop, but I've been doing a lot of fill-in work up in Cleveland area, East Side mostly. A few bands I've been doing. A band called Alias. Done a couple shows with them. Real good group of guys. Done some fill-in work for Hollywood Mafia. I got a show with them coming up next weekend at Lorraine Palace Theater. And then I also joined I'm doing fill-in work for a Rolling Stones tribute band called Gimme Sugar, and they're amazing. And their drummer, Bill, let me see his name. Their drummer is named Dan Kiss. He actually had a stroke, and he's not doing real well. He is recovering, and they asked me to fill in until he gets healthy again and can play drums again. So I'm there until they're done with me.
Hey, Sam, you're not lying. This is a dream team right here. And you know who the captain is? It's Chris Sticks, because we ain't the stars tonight. Sticks is the stars. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Good. So, Chris, for the people out there that don't know much
There it is. That's what I was waiting for.
He says Clint.
No, he says besides that.
Besides that, for those people who don't know anything about Chris Sticks, inform them about Chris Sticks.
What do you want to know?
Well, let's start from
The
the
good, the
beginning.
bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning. Chris, how did you get the itch to start playing music?
Well, I was about 6 years old watching Sesame Street. And it sounds kind of funny, but I think it was Grover or Big Bird introduced Stevie Wonder, and they're playing Superstition. And the drummer come out. He started the song Superstition with a great
My favorite Stevie Wonder song.
great song, straight 2/4 beat, a little bit of a swing rhythm on the hi-hat. And I was 6 years old, and I was like, wow, this is moving me. You know what I mean? I could feel the beat. The next thing you know, they started playing, Stevie Wonder started playing the keyboard, and they started singing, and I was mesmerized by the whole band and just the all the kids smiling, everybody getting into the groove, and next thing you know, I was hooked. I was just hooked on the music, and it just grew on me. But after that, I had a neighbor who played drums. He's a really, really, really good drummer. He still plays now. He lives in Atlanta, and his name was Bruce Schneider. And I heard him practicing one time down the road. He's friends with my dad and family, and he let me sit behind his drums, and he let me hit them. And I was intrigued. I had a little bit of rhythm. He said I didn't do bad, and he let me borrow a snare drum, and I started beating on that in the basement and took some lessons as a fourth grader from a teacher named Mr. Nash, and he teaching me how to read music. And next thing you know, we were selling fruit at school, and I got all these boxes, and I set up a drum set with boxes and towels in my basement, and that's where I started playing drums.
And then it says at the age of 13, Chris, that you joined a band.
Yeah, well, first we did talent shows like in our local school, and a little bit of solo drumming, and then we had a band together. We did maybe like Wipeout or some crazy stuff like that. And then there's a band put together called Breaking Point, and we played in Sebring, Ohio. Our first show was in Sebring, and I remember it to this day. It was at a youth center, and it just went over so well. And just being able to entertain and have people dance to the music you're playing and cheer you on, it takes you from what happens in your daily life to a different world, and you don't worry about anything.
Yeah, Chris, music sometimes soothes the soul. Wouldn't you agree, Clint?
Yes. It's crazy thing is, like, I like more old school. Like I'm with my pops.
My daughter's watching.
My mom, well, my mom don't drink, but my pops do. I with my pop, beer, shots, everything like that. We just listen to old school. like my playlist right now is like probably 40% of like old school, like Ray Charles, Otis Redding.
You ever
Yeah.
play any of them songs, Chris?
Well, going to Stevie Wonder, doing some Ray Charles. I like to listen to back in the day to Funkadelics, Ohio Players. That's a little more upbeat. The Gap Band, we used to play that. I played with a band. There was a bike group in Ohio when I was about 14, 15. Now 15, they needed a drummer. It was a bike group. It was called Brothers of the Hammer, and they had me. They played a lot of full funk and soul music, and they really rounded me with different genera and taught me how to break songs down. You know, like when a singer's singing or a lead comes in, to soften, you know, to play behind them so you could hear everything. They were really talented musicians. So.
Now, Chris, you said at the age of 13 you started in a band with Breaking Point. Then you joined a band called Overdrive. Let's talk about that. How was that experience, and how long did you play with them for?
Well, Overdrive, I played with them for almost 2 years, and everywhere we played was a big freaking party. And I think I was 16 and a half, something. And they were all adults, but I don't think I ever drank so much in my life. I mean, I don't even remember half of the time I played with them. But after that, you know, it was about 2 years I played with them. Great group of guys. They're all still around, and we're still friends, actually. But I can remember I was getting out of high school, and I went up to my dad because I was loving music after I played in the jazz band in high school and all that. And I asked him if I could go to, I said, hey, Dad, because they sent my brother to college, which they paid for that. And I said, Dad, I'd like to go to college. And he said, oh, yeah, really? Where do you want to go? I said, I'd like to go to Berklee School of Music, Boston, Massachusetts. He goes, how much is it? I said, well, it's about $8,000 a quarter plus room and board. He looked at me and said, good luck, and walked away from me. So I didn't go to college. I joined the Army.
Okay. Adam, you got anything you want to talk?
I figured this was your segment.
I mean, you're here too, man. Get involved into this, and let's talk about it. Chris, you sent me a synopsis. I know that these are things you wanted to talk about. You said you were a little bit abused as a kid. Take us through that if you want to talk about that, and what music did for you to get you back out there in the real world.
Well, and so saying I was abused as a kid, there's a bunch of different ways to be abused, but I'll only talk about one. I used to get beat pretty much daily. But in a nutshell, after everything was all said and done, and I'm going to jump from being abused to me and my dad going to Germany and spending 2 weeks with me, apologizing and explaining a lot of things to me. But all in between that, anybody that's been abused, don't make your life about that. Your past is your past. You always strive to be better and maybe not treat someone the way you're treated, and everything comes out good, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So what does music mean to you now since you experienced that in your life?
Well, not every time, but a lot of times after I had a situation where my dad was really abusive towards me, my uncle he knew what had happened, and he was my neighbor, and he'd call me and say, hey, Chris, come on over, and he'd sit down and he'd play guitar, and he'd try and teach me some guitar and sing and make things a little bit better with music, and just kind of like take me to a different world, just listening to lyric and just feeling cared for, you know, with music. So when I get on stage, now don't get me wrong, my dad was a big music guy. He loved Boston, he loved Steve Miller, he loved Pink Floyd. I mean, he'd always play good music. And maybe that's another reason I started playing some of the songs that I did, because I wanted to please my dad and make him appreciate what I did, because my dad was a sports coach. My brother was a jock. So he got all the attention. So I've always tried to please people all my life. And that's a problem I have right now. I'm getting over it now. I still try and please everybody.
So you said you were in the Army, and you put in your synopsis here that the sergeants found out that you played the drums, and you said it was in the weirdest way. So how did they find out that you were a drummer?
So,
Okay.
basic training, you don't get to mess around at all. It's serious. You do this when they say, you know what I mean? Basic training is basic training. So, one time I was in the latrine, and it's a bunch of stalls, like probably 20 stalls, and I was in there taking a dump, and I was patting on my legs. I was patting on my legs, playing a beat, and the drill sergeant said, "Leaphart, you in there masturbating?" I said, no. Anyhow, I told him I played drums, and I was tapping on my legs.
I'm like, yeah, what it to you?
Anyhow,
Well, that was a ratings jumper. We just went from 1 to 4.
And then it says also to Chris that you went to Germany, sponsored by the United States Army. In Germany, you did solo drumming against other musicians, bands, and soloists, and you won 7 gold medals.
yeah.
So wait a minute. So we're in the presence of a gold medal, 7-time gold medal winner. Let's give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
It wasn't the Olympics.
It's all right though. Still won gold medals. We ain't won shit.
I won 7 gold medals, and I just think I can't say I got lucky, but just what I was doing at the time was impressive to the judges. And so I was this thing, they had all the musicians all over Germany, and they had it was called a 7th Corps competition, a USERA competition. That means all of Germany. And so I did some shows with some colonels' kids to sponsor United States, did music. And then I did solo drumming against bands, solo vocalists, trios, other solo drummers, solo musicians. And it seems like I never thought I won, but for 7 times in a row, I was picked for a gold medalist, and I won 7 gold medals. So the last competition was going to be in the USERA competition, all of Germany, and I was going to go to where I was going, Munich, and it was going to be a worldwide competition. And there was a bomb that blew up in a bar and killed an American soldier, and they locked everything down and canceled the competition. And never redid it. And then I got sent back to the States.
So are they really going to start this bike up while we're live on the air? Should I go make noise, or should I go?
He wants to bitch about us every year.
Hey, go tell him not to start that bike up. We're on air.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Okay, all right, because he would be complaining about us. But anyway, so Chris, you play with some local bands. You play with some big name bands. What's the biggest venue that you've played in, and where's your dream to play at?
Well, the biggest venue is probably in Germany at the International Youth Fest. It's probably 20,000 people. The bigger ones around here, I got to play with My Drunken Uncle, but Bad Juju as well, Rockin' on the River. I think at one point we had 12,000 with Bad Juju at Rockin' on the River, and then River Rock at the Amp, we did real well. I think there's probably 9,000 people there. Some of the bigger shows, like being on the road, like I'd call them clubs, super clubs, or maybe 3,000 people in them when I was in Oklahoma and did little mini tours like down the East Coast. I had a band called Buster Cherry, and we did all originals.
Really?
Yeah, like Buster Brown.
Yeah.
But,
Uh-huh.
yeah, we did originals and some covers, and we got to warm up for some bigger bands like Pantera and Foghat, Head East, Armored Saber, Armored Saint, Grim Reaper. So anyhow, yeah, we played some nice venues, and what's funny, when I got out of service, I came back home and I didn't know how to get into the Cleveland music scene. So someone said, write a letter to this guy named Billy Morris. This is before we had
Billy
cell-
Morris and the Sunset Strip.
Well, this is before.
Oh, my
This
boy
is
Fred,
what-
what's up, man?
This is before he even played with Warren. But that was
What's
supposed
up,
to be
brother?
my connection, and that's before cell phones. And he never answered me, but I did bring it to his attention about 2 months ago when I played up there at the local in Strongsville with the Motley Crue tribute. And he went, "No shit." So it's pretty cool.
Have you met any famous people, any famous drummers when you're out there drumming, Chris?
Yeah, I met a lot of famous. Yeah, I can't even remember them all. I mean,
He's met so many.
Okay, the one,
Well,
first
Vinny-
one that comes to your mind.
Vinnie Paul, who kind of wasn't like wasn't like he was a famous guy to me because he was still playing cover tunes, Pantera, when Phil started singing with him, and we just hung out after shows, go catfishing in Oklahoma, and he was just a kind of a friend. He was probably the closest. And then I can't remember names real well. I met drummer for Quiet Riot before he passed away. I did a show with him. We warmed up in Akron. I can't remember a lot of names, but I met a lot. Like the only original member for Foghat, the drummer. I mean, I meet a lot of people, but remembering names and calling out names kind of is not my thing. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Clinton, you look like you got a question for Chris.
Yeah, okay. So I asked this question to every musician that come through here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm straight.
No.
No.
No, not that one.
Oh,
Alive or dead, you can duet or collab with any musician. Who would it be?
that's really good because that's a hard one. If you say, I hate to say it, I'd love to sit with Prince. I think he's one of the most genius. I just love to sit down and say, "What do you want me to play?" You know, because yeah,
Oh yeah, no.
I
Do
think
some nice fire stuff with Prince. Yeah,
I'm a rock drummer, and
Prince was versatile. You can play all genres.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had all kinds of styles, but yeah, that'd be a good one. Prince. I think of a lot of musicians that have passed away, and bands that even Jim Morrison and
Yeah, Jim Morrison.
I mean a lot of people.
There's a
that
lot
are-
of people. I'm a big Jim Morrison. I'm a big Janis Joplin fan.
Janice,
Yeah.
yeah, she's amazing, but all the stories, their dark secrets is what that's kind of haunting. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that infamous 27 Club. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Chris, you've been playing with a lot of bands over here the last couple months. What have you learned from your experience by taking some time off and just sitting back and, focusing on your business and your farming that you do and all that other stuff? Do you realize how much you miss the music part of your life?
Oh, it's one of the biggest voids in my life. Really, it is. And I've been looking, but I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. I've been asked to play with a lot of bands, but I can't settle.
It's still here, Chipper.
I really enjoyed playing with Bad Juju and the guys and the shows and playing that amount of shows in a year. So I don't want to start from the beginning. I think I want to say right now, and this is, I talked to somebody in Chicago who I value their opinion, and his name's John Maloney. He owns Vic's Drum Shop. He's a pro drummer, and I'm just learning right now how to accept a compliment, and that's really hard for me to do because I always put myself down. But finally, these last couple of weeks I've been playing, and I've got some nice compliments, and I didn't take anything away from the person. I just said, "Man, thanks a lot," and that meant the world to them because once you tear yourself down, it's like, why did I even say anything?
Yeah.
So I've been accepting compliments, and I'm telling you what, with this time off, I've been collaborating with some different bass players from Cleveland that are real good friends of mine. But also, it's been making me focus more on my playing with a band, not for a band. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
the feel and the grooves are really getting tight. And at my age, and I asked Sean this from Chicago, I said, why do I feel like I'm playing the best I've ever have right now? He says, because you're learning to accept that you're a decent drummer and that you're able to collaborate with different musicians and roll your style with their style, and it's feeling good. And you're accepting compliments without putting yourself down. And that's I've always put myself down.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest thing to do is accept a compliment. But I feel like I got a lot to offer now. I am a powerful drummer, but I've been learning a lot more technique to play a room and to blend, not stick out. How's that sound?
Yeah. So that was my next question I was going to ask you. So
Too bad. Sorry about your luck, Chipper. Not there.
yeah, Chipper, you should be handling that. So if there's one thing about your drumming style that you would change, what would that be, Chris?
Maybe let's say after leaving the service, and remember being in the service, I never played a small bar except for when I was a kid. And so I always played big stages, and I'm a hard hitter. And all the shows I like to play were played in Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Florida. Everything was big stages. So I've always been a hard hitter, and I could keep the band together tight. I just think if I wasn't such a hard hitter, people might appreciate what I do. But another thing about even playing soft, my equipment is top notch and projects. You know, my DWs, they project, my cymbals project. And it seems like when you want to play, you can play softer and you can get mutes and duct tape and everything. But I think it really takes away from the quality of the song. So, in one way, look at this, Dave. I'm a hard hitter. And when you hear a singer screaming or a guitar player ripping a lead, say, can you sing softer and get that same feel? No. Can you play softer? Can you turn down and get the same feel? No. When you listen to an album, you hear the drums, they're solid, they're hard, they're driving. It's just, I don't know, I got a lot to offer, and I think my background in music, I think I'm a full drummer. I can do what's asked of me, but I don't want to cut quality. How's that?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with
Oh,
that.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said you improve and you learning different stuff and you add it to your repertoire. That just make you more versatile.
And like Clint says, the more you're out there, Chris, the more you're practicing, and you know that you got to get, or that you're getting better, and you see that people see that you're getting better. So, what are your thoughts on newer drummers that are coming up? What is your advice to them? Them are just starting out, and people come up to them and try to say, "Well, you're not good."
Well, every drummer I've seen, from beginner to season to pro. Well, I'll start here. I don't ever put anybody down, even if their timing's bad or something. Everybody has something I'd like to steal from them. You know what I mean? A role they do or a technique. And my advice to them would be do what you do. Just work on playing with a click. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep your time nice and learn different dynamics.
Yeah, I think that's the perfect. I think when it comes to like giving advice in general, I think that's like the perfect thing. Like instead of like trying to tear them down, it's like, look, like you good at this, you good at this, you good at this. If you add this, without you tell them like do this, but you ain't like Chris on it, like something like do this, like try to add this to it. They'll take that to the Chris, like, okay, well, I need to do this.
Yeah, I like
Then
that.
when they get the hang of that, like, okay, then maybe they had a mindset like, okay, well, maybe I need to do this.
Some of my best advice is if you can't play it slow, you can't play it fast. That's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
George, the wife was
That's
the wife was on there. She's trying to strangle you to tell you she wants to go.
No, I just asked her to get me one of those half and halves.
Oh, okay. I thought she would. We seen her on tape. Everybody's like, "Hey," or on the video. Is she trying to kill George?
Yeah, I was going to say video evidence.
Video evidence.
No video evidence. Video got deleted.
Uh,
camera, by the way.
Kelly, you're on camera.
Busted.
Come on, Kelly.
Busted.
Yes. Yes.
See, now you guys understand the abuse I take at home.
Yes. So George's wife, as you've seen live on video, wanted to kill him live on air.
Just give up the card, man. It ain't worth it.
Yeah.
I did.
Chris, so tell us a little bit more about what your future holds for drumming. Obviously, you want to do it again. If any bands are looking to get a hold of you, how can they reach out to you? How can they get a hold of you? What kind of music will you play? What kind you won't play?
I'll play whatever's out there. Hell, I was asked with one day notice to do 30 big band songs on Christmas Eve, and
Wow.
that took me back to my years of jazz band and that horn sections. That was
The
amazing.
flow for you, the flow.
Oh, it was 20s, 30s, 40s
man.
music. It was amazing. So I don't play anything. I just like playing with Gimme Sugar. When I went to their practice one time, every musician knew their part. Every musician was good. Everybody enjoyed each other, and we could have did a show that day. And I would like to find a band that wants me full time. These musicians, when they were playing with me, we did 15 songs, and the guitar. A couple of people said, "I didn't have to look back at you. We didn't worry about it. It was just perfect. You nailed it. It just felt that good." That's what I want. I want to find a band that just has that connection, and not bitch about everything, and not talk behind everybody's back.
Is that hard to find nowadays out there in the industry?
People not bitching and talking behind each other's back. Yeah, everybody candy
I think you're
coats.
gonna have that anywhere
I
you
was
go.
gonna
It don't
say.
matter.
Yeah, that's everywhere.
Have you seen our chat?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I always think, I like to take, if I ever hear anything about me, I like to go to the horse and say, so-and-so said this, you said this. Did you? And most of them walk away or say, yeah, I said it, and I've respected for that. But I think everybody candy coats everything anymore because they're scared to hurt someone's feelings.
Right.
Or they're scared that they're going to get, my name will get out there as being a mean person, or, you know what, be you.
Yeah.
There's room for everybody.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. Like, the way I look at it, like, I'm like, if you call yourself a friend, I should be able to take criticism from you without getting mad at you. You shouldn't be afraid to tell me, oh, well, this might hurt you. I'm like, if you my friend like this, just tell me. I ain't going to get mad at you. I'd rather hear it from you. I'd rather hear it from you than hear from a third party saying that you said, then we have an issue.
Well, I
heard it from somebody else straight from you. Like you said, I need to hear from the horse's mouth. Like,
I had the same situation where someone had said something to me, and they said, man, you're like my brother. And I looked at them in their face, and I said, would you do what you did to me to your brother?
yep,
They walked
Exactly.
away.
yep.
Yeah, so, yeah, I just think honesty and musicianship and being able to collaborate, and I think being in a band is like a family, and you got to treat it like that. You got to treat it like family.
Absolutely, you do. And it's a band of brothers out there. No matter what band you're playing with, everybody knows everybody. Lead singers, drummers, guitarists, whatever. They all know everybody. And, Chris, me and you go way back. What is it now? 2 years, actually. Bad Juju, I seen you playing with them. And Chris, back then, I really didn't, how can I say it? I really didn't take on about how good of a drummer you were until I really seen you play with other bands that I knew that you were better being in another band instead of in that band, if you know what I mean. Like, I seen you, and this is no offense to any other band or any bands out there, but you played with a band who I thought that you were actually better than, and you made that band look really good.
Thank you.
And that's saying that from a friend to a friend. There's other bands out there
on camera.
that
Everybody sees everything.
yeah, everybody's seeing everything on camera. So
And listening.
yeah, and listening. So
Listening.
you're on the mic. You're on the microphone too, Kelly. So, but I just wanted to tell you that, Chris. Like
Thank
you
you.
made a band who I really didn't think was that good, really good that day, and hopefully you get another opportunity to play with them down the road, and we get to see you because I miss seeing you out there drumming because I know what it means to you. I know the conversations that you and I have had, and what your goals are, and your aspirations are when it comes to drumming and getting with the band, and I want you to do that. But not only are you a drummer, you got your own business too, Chris. So let's talk about that. You do vinyl, you do banners, you come up with my design for Redline Promotions. You got your own syrup out. Let's talk about them things.
You got hope, sir?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we make maple syrup. We got chickens. I have a sign shop. I do digital marquees, scoreboards, vehicle wraps, backdrops for bands. I don't know if you guys saw Bad Juju's at the Lorraine Palace Theater. It's like 15 foot by 25 foot. I made that. And the scrims beside their thing with all the records. I did that last year for them. I still do stuff for them. I don't care, you know.
Yeah.
They're still good guys.
It's all about money, right? That's what.
No, I don't charge them much.
Oh, okay.
No, it ain't about
It
money.
seems like you do it for love. You just do it like you just like to do it. It's like
Yes, no matter. I'm not in the band, but Chad asked me to make something, and I take a lot of pride in what I do. And if it made those guys happy,
it's true artist.
it's fine with me.
That's
All
a
right,
true artist right there.
So let's talk about your syrup. How did that all come about?
Yeah, I did that come like
I've been making maple syrup for about 7 years now, and actually, me, Lisa, and Rochelle have been doing it the last 3 years. And we tapped 600 trees last year, and for some reason, the way we make our syrup, anybody I sell it to, I say, taste it. If it's not the best syrup you've ever tasted in your life, don't buy it. Give it back to me. And I'm out. I'm out now.
You're out of syrup?
Yeah, now we're getting ready to bottle what we made this year. But for some reason, our syrup tastes like buttery, caramel, and maple. And it's just maple syrup. It's the way we cook it and the trees we tap. It's just amazing.
Well, I've never had any of your syrup, so I need to get some of that.
I should have brought some. Rochelle's daughter has a bar.
Adam likes pancakes. You need to get him some.
yeah, I'm a waffle guy.
I was going to say, Bryce
I'm a waffle
treats
guy,
syrup like
yeah.
it's a basic food group.
Well, Rochelle's daughter works at a restaurant here in, I'll say Cleveland area. I don't know what town, but they mix a drink with my maple syrup with bourbon, and they ran out, and they tried a different maple syrup.
It wasn't the
What
same.
the same?
No, ain't no way. We got to buy yours. So they buy a lot.
That's got to be good to hear, though, Chris. That
It is.
that they're buying your syrup. You got any big name places that are selling your syrup?
Everybody buys it. I don't have to do that. I don't make enough. I mean, there's
It
people.
speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Chef Kiss.
And how do they go about getting this syrup? Like, do they have to get a hold of you on Facebook? Is there a link for them to get it? Where can they buy it at? And how much is it?
$15 a pint, $25 a quart. But go on Facebook and say, "Hey, can I get some syrup?"
Well,
There you
Straight
go.
from the people.
Well, what? Sure. Then we exchange numbers.
yeah, that's always nice, though, man. To see.
Yeah, it is.
It's really
Chris.
good. I should have brought some.
Yeah, you should have brought
Yeah.
some. You should have brought some. You're a jack of all trades, but a master of none, right?
No, I'm master of them all.
Good answer, man. I love that. Chris, so what else do you do? I know you got some other things that you do. What else do you do?
What else I do?
So
Like what?
So give us some information about Chris Sticks that people don't know. What is your secret talent?
My secret talent.
Yes.
He yodels.
That's
You tap dance?
not secret. No, I don't know. Well, there's one thing I can't do is I can't hate anybody. I can't be mad at anybody for too long. That's,
God, I need that trait. Pass that to me.
Well, I mean,
I kind of hold grudges a little bit. I got to work on that.
life's too short to be doing that.
well, I give with my sign company. I've done a lot of stuff for people where I've lost a lot of money because of being too nice.
Catering? Catering?
Oh yeah, I do private catering.
It got brought up in the chat. That's why.
Yeah, well,
We've been going to go that way.
I'm a chef, and me and Lisa and Rochelle just did a private party for a guy who, Mike Hurst. He owns the sandwich company, and he and his wife had like 28 people over. And we did. It was called Rustic High-End Dinner. So it's kind of confusing, but I made first thing I served them. I took venison and I made a venison stew, and it was so flipping good. They ate, I think they ate the cups that came in. They ate the ceramic, and then
It was that damn good.
it was good. So that was first, and then I I did a dressing. I take cherries and I crush them up and I marinate them with a little bit of red wine vinegar, and then I take tomatoes and do them with a little bit of sugar. And anyhow, I marinate them and I do fresh herbs like oregano, garlic. It's a sweet, sour Italian vinegar. It's a vinegar base but sweet, and it's just so good. I put on a sweet lettuce, a bunch of different sweet lettuces and Kalamata olives and tomato. It was just a really good salad. But when I brought the salad down, I brought maybe 20 loaves of homemade sourdough bread, and it was hot as fuck, man. And I took it downstairs and I said, this is how we're going to do it. We broke it in half. And I said, you pass it around and just break it by hand and not cut it. So they had that with the salad. Then we went and I made 3 amazing briskets, a smoked brisket for them, and then did the chicken tenders with a lemon garlic cream sauce. And then we did asparagus that was tied together with onion leek, the leaves of the onion we tied together with a lemon drizzle and balsamic glaze. And then we did twice baked cheddar, horseradish, twice baked potatoes. And then for dessert, I think you saw the picture on Facebook of that dessert I made around Christmas.
Yes.
It was an orange cranberry cheesecake.
Yes.
So I made 3 of them.
I'm hungry right now.
I was just going to say, anybody else getting hungry?
I know. I'm
I am.
hungry.
It was one. We do a lot of meals.
Yeah, but I
private
tell you one thing, I'm not eating here.
No.
But summertime this August, we do it every summer. We cater for 1,000 people for a benefit called Rocking Out Cancer, and that's something else. Matter of fact, Bad Juju headlined it 2 years in a row. We did that,
Nice.
and I cooked it, so that was
It's a good cause. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, and kudos to you and whoever has been a part of that in the past to do that for the people. So kudos to you, Chris, and kudos to you for doing all that stuff. You know, feeding everybody, catering, and keeping yourself busy because, you know, sometimes, man, us as men, we bite off more than we can chew. Like me, I'm doing a lot of things. Like I have this, I do my promotions company, I do the network that I'm trying to start. Like Adam said at the beginning, we're cleaning the houses, we're doing that. Always trying to stay busy and active to find out what you really want to do in life, man, because tomorrow's never promised. You could walk out of here today and keel over. Not to say that I want anybody to do that, but I'm just saying that that's the way life goes at times.
Yeah.
And you got to be as active and you know, live each day to the fullest as much as you can.
Yeah.
Well, it's one thing I'm having a problem with is slowing down, and I know I'm getting older, but I burned a candle on both ends, daylight, or from before daylight until dark, way after dark, and I don't get much sleep, but I've been trying.
Yeah, sleep comes at a minimum. I know that I'm up at 4:30, 5 o'clock every morning, whether I don't eat, whether I get the alarm or I don't hit the alarm. it's an internal clock.
Well, I've been
Yeah.
working and working and working, and all these songs. I think I've learned, and I've known some of them in the last 3 weeks. 93 songs in 3 weeks, and one of the bands texted me at 11:45. And he goes, "What are you doing? Are you still up?" I said, "I'm practicing. I just got behind my drums and start playing in the garage at 11:45. So that's pretty much when I start playing drums that late."
So Clint talked about how he first came on the show about his top 5 80 songs, right, Clint?
Yeah.
So, Chris, if you had to pick 5 songs from the 80s, what are your 5 favorite songs from the 80s?
From the 80s.
Yeah, that's how I
Or-
first got introduced to the
What,
school.
what's your favorite year or genre of music? What's your favorite year? 70s?
I like Chicago. I like Boston. That 70s is probably the best.
Okay, so pick 5 songs from the 70s.
Oh shit! More Than a Feeling by Boston. 5 songs.
Yeah, it's hard.
Something by Steve Miller, like Take the Money and Run. Playing any songs by Zeppelin, I could play. I don't know. I don't have any favorite band or any favorite drummer. That's the problem. I love so much music. I mean,
If it's good, it's good. Essentially,
Right.
yeah. If
Yeah,
it's
I
good,
could-
it's good. Yeah. If
I
it's
could
good, I'll
listen-
listen to it.
I could listen to Rock the Boat, baby. Come on, Rock the Boat. Or ABBA, or any Linda Ronstadt. Any music from the 70s, especially like the Rolling Stones. They have so many hit songs that I don't think people realize how many hit songs the Rolling Stones have. Playing with this band, every song they did was on the radio. The Beatles, amazing. Kiss come out in the 70s, amazing. I mean, there's so many
Yeah.
good musicians from the 70s. Peter Frampton, my God. Steve Miller, like I said, Steve Miller, Chicago is one of my favorite bands. I love playing their music. So 2564, I love playing that on
Yeah.
drums. But there's no call for that around, just playing at home. So,
Adam, what about you? What are your top 5 favorite songs from the 80s or the 90s?
Dude, there's just too many. You can't pick just 5. I don't know how many times I've tried, and then it's like I get my 5, and then I'll think of 10 more songs that I should have put on the list. So I
Yeah.
can't. The one song, whether it be 80s, 90s, one song that will always be in my top 5. There's 2 that I can tell you right now.
Is Overmont Come Be Bay?
No, is Don't Stop
Jesus.
Believing, Journey, and November Rain. Those are the 2
Oh,
that no
yeah.
matter
I knew
what
that would be on there.
are in the list. It's
Yeah,
just
them are 2 good songs.
it's just trying to find the other 3 to fill in. It's just too hard.
Donnie says 1 day at a time. He's talking about life. George, what about you? From your
The only one I've got is "It's a Wonderful World," Louis B. Armstrong. That's my favorite song,
that's a great.
hands
song.
down.
That's a great song.
Everything else is 2 through whatever.
No offense, but you're really starting to show your age.
Kiss my ass.
I mean, we already know we love.
yeah. So Chris, real quick, we're getting ready to take a
That
break.
was before I was born.
Right
What are you
here.
talking
I
about?
We're getting ready to
Jesus was
take a
your
break here at
wingman.
7 o'clock.
You know
Bring
this.
in Dave. Just want to say I appreciate you for coming out, man, hanging out with us for an hour. Did you see any cars in here that caught
Yeah.
your eye that if you had a little bit extra money that you'd go buy?
Yeah, 66 Chevelle Super Sport.
Where was that at?
Down that way to the left.
He already remembers.
Yeah, it's blue. Yeah, my dad had one. So I got a 55 Chevy, but I've always wanted 66 Chevelle Super Sport, and with a 427. I think that one has like a 386 or something in it.
It's
But
like I asked a lot of other people that about their dream car. They all say the same thing. I want to spend. I want to spend. I'm like, it must be.
yeah, I'd like one of those. It'd be nice.
What about you, Adam? Are you going to stick around
Well,
tomorrow
by
after the
time-
show?
yeah, say tomorrow we will. Tonight we can.
Yeah, I thought for some.
once we're done with this, is get the hell out before we get kicked out.
Yeah, I thought
Gotta
for
run,
some.
gotta
I thought
run.
for some reason it was till 9 o'clock today. It's not.
Th-
It's
thank you to Andy McCall for straightening that out.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Andy. We'd have been here an extra hour. They'd been turning the lights off, and we'd have been like, "What the hell are you guys doing?"
Hey, I do want to say, and this is in regards to Akron and Cleveland, the musicians I've gotten to play with, and people who's accepted me. You know, I'm from Beloit, so. But I just want to say that I appreciate everybody I've kept in contact with, even the band, even things that I'm not with, the same people. I still appreciate the opportunities that I've been given, and I just want to keep playing. Just sharing.
Well, I hope you get an opportunity to play, Chris, and I hope you get a gig with a full-time band and something that you're comfortable with. Adam or Clint, real quick, while we're sending him out, any questions or anything you want to ask him real quick?
You're jack of all trades, man. Like you got a whole bunch of passion projects that you do. You cater. You do
Chris is
design.
Chris is too good to be sitting around idle for too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
Yeah, so if you guys are looking for any drummers,
You got somebody that's still willing to learn too. That's the key thing. Like he's still trying. He want to get better. Like a lot of people that they get stuck like in that one zone. They're like, oh, I'm good right here. I'm good right here. Like
Word.
that's only worked for so long. So long. Like you just standing there. That guy
Shit.
over there
contact.
working. Everything like that. Yeah.
So, Chris, in closing, how can somebody get a hold of you if they want catering, if they want chickens, if they want that, if they want a drummer? How can they get a hold of you?
Get the syrup.
Get the syrup. How can they get a hold of you to get the?
I am
anything?
on Facebook. It's Chris Stix, Stixx, Leaphart, and my phone number's on there. I don't care. You prank call me or whatever, but if you really want to buy something, just private message me, or you ever need a fill-in drummer, I'm available. I play any. Well, I can't play anything. Maybe I could learn it, but I wouldn't let you down. If I take the job, I won't let you down. I just appreciate everybody taking the time to listen, and appreciate you, Dave. Appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you like
Appreciate you,
always.
man.
Yeah, we appreciate you and everybody who's took time out of their schedule to come out this week. Adam, Clint, the wives, Kelly and George, for Kelly for allowing George to come out, Gail for allowing Adam to come out and hang out with us. I know Piper's over there. I know one thing Adam didn't miss tonight. That's serving dinners, right?
No, not at
Right.
all.
So, Chris, you got him away from serving dinners.
Can we do this every Friday?
We
Right?
can. We can do this every Friday. As long as
We
We'll
got
have to do one at my house. One of these at my house, poolside.
you
we
hear
got
that, right?
crushers coming up.
Yeah, so talk about we'll talk about that coming back in the 7:00 hour. But Chris, appreciate you for coming on, man.
Thanks, man.
We enjoy it. Always a pleasure to have you on. George, you got any questions, or you want to take us to break?
We'll go right on to break. We're
All
good,
right,
Chris.
we'll take a
Appreciate
break,
it.
Thank you.
and we'll be back here. Make sure you guys get your Outlaw beer. Corey will be here tomorrow. We got some giveaways we're going to give away for Outlaw beer. Jones Bones is the official who of Adam?
Sponsor of us.
Yeah, and also, you want to give a big shout out to Dynatech, Glenn Mahaffey, and the whole crew over there for all the cool equipment he got us for this weekend. And like Adam said, we do have Crushers schedules. We're going to be working with them, and we got the voice of the Crushers coming back at the 7:00 hour. So have a good one, everybody, for another 5 minutes, and then we'll be back.
Redline Network introduces our newest partnership, Outlaw Light. Outlaw is crafted for all of the beer drinking patrons of America. They aren't preaching or teaching, their mission plain and simple, to provide a high quality beer at an affordable price. Outlaw is crisp, crushable, refreshing. Available by the case, tall boys, 16-ounce 6-packs or singles. Go to outlawbeer.com to find the nearest can or tavern near you. The Redline Network proudly raises their cans to you. Stay bold, Outlaw. Redline Network introduces our newest partnership, Outlaw Light. Outlaw is crafted for all of the beer drinking patrons of America. They aren't preaching or teaching, their mission plain and simple, to provide a high quality beer at an affordable price. Outlaw is crisp, crushable, refreshing. Available by the case, tall boys, 16-ounce 6-packs or singles. Go to outlawbeer.com to find the nearest can or tavern near you. The Redline Network proudly raises their cans to you. Stay bold, Outlaw.
Or anything? Joe?
There we go.
There we go.
All right, so there you go. We got it. All right, Adam. So, Adam, we just got breaking news yesterday to Redline Radio, Redline Network. Dave, you're going to be seeing a lot of us again this year, or a lot of Redline Radio again this year. We are the official media source of the Lake Erie Crushers, so you're going to be seeing us out there.
Is that a threat?
No, that's a promise. We might even bring you some sloppy toppies on the go.
Oh snap!
This is a family show, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
my
Sorry,
bad.
Adam.
Sorry.
Since when?
But Adam, what's your thoughts about the Crushers? Look at the schedule you got right there. And also, Dave, look at this. We got four free tickets to any Crushers game coming up.
Ooh,
We'll
you
do that
should
tomorrow,
come opening
Yeah,
weekend.
we're gonna do this tomorrow, but we got 4 free tickets to whatever game you choose. But Dave says do it opening day because Dave will be there. And Adam, when is opening day?
That would be April 28th. That's on a
Well,
Tuesday.
no, that's a preseason game. The actual it's an exhibition. The actual home opener is May 8, 9, and 10.
Holy shit.
That's opening weekend.
I'm glad he was here because they didn't tell me that. No, I'm just kidding. But that's why we're unscripted, because you never know what's going to happen.
And we have fireworks
Constant.
on Friday and Saturday.
Anything that is in green is a fireworks night on this calendar here. So there is a lot of firework games, to make sure you come out and check them out.
And Dave, you're hearing this first right here. Adam is going to be covering a lot of the games for us for Redline Radio, Redline Network. So you'll see him a lot. He got media credentials. He'll be doing some articles and taking some pictures and some on the field stuff.
Can I mess with him when he's there?
Absolutely.
All right.
I encourage it.
And
Excellent.
if George is interested in doing it too, if he's got time, we can get George to come out and do it too. So it's open to anybody. Flint, anybody from Redline Radio. As long as you're willing to put in the work, we got work for you.
This credential is going to have my name on it, correct, and not yours, like last year where there was the 2 Dave Wallen checks, wasn't it?
No, see, that wasn't my fault. That wasn't my fault. That was
wait. There's 2 Dave Wallen checks.
Oh, good Lord.
So here's the story. You know Chapchinsky, right?
Yeah.
So Dave went to go get his meter credentials, and they accidentally printed up 2 for me and didn't give him his. So when he went up there, they gave him my credentials. So when I went up to the booth to go get mine, they're like, we don't have yours.
Sorry, sir, you already checked in.
Yeah, you already checked in. So I'm getting there, and Chapchinsky comes to me and goes, hey, you want to see something? Well, Chipper's like, you want to see something funny? I'm like, what? He's like, Chapchinsky has your credentials. So I go up to Dave, and you know how Dave is, he's kind of a quiet guy. Dave goes, yeah, I'm you for the night, so just chill out. I'm like, you definitely don't want to be me.
The best part is when they tell you, sir, you already checked in, and then you sit there and go, wait, did I?
Yeah, like
Right.
not making sure. Yeah, like you feel like you're losing your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. By the way, Chipper be going to all these games, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Chipper goes to all the games.
I got some issues with Chipper.
Uh-oh.
He ain't giving me my jersey already. So I'm hoping he's taking me to at least like 3 of these games.
Hey, you got to find Bobby Boucher jersey right there. I mean,
know, right?
I mean that's pretty cool.
No, he owed me it's the run though. He owed me an Andy Dalton jersey. I just need one from one that's not the Bengals. Want another 16
So,
he played
so,
for.
so Dave,
Say
you
I'm
got-
give me an Eagles one.
so Dave, you are the in-stadium host of the Lake Erie Crushers. How did that come about? I know we talked about it earlier, but for these guys who weren't here earlier, tell us about it.
Yeah, that actually came about after, and that's why, unfortunately, this year I won't be at as many games as I was in the past because I was hired by the Akron Rubber Ducks first. I'm their PA announcer, and
Oh, nice.
so actually the guy I mentioned, Johnny Greco, who I call the guru of game presentation, mentioned to me that there was new ownership with the Crushers and they wanted to try different things. They wanted to they wanted to go big. They wanted to and he goes, Dave, I think this might be a good opportunity for you. So I went out there and met with them. I did a little. They had me do a little on the field. We had a race with nobody actually racing, which I'm nuts enough to be able to narrate a race that's not happening. And I got the job, and it was a little tough because there was a guy that was their
Papa BG in the house.
he had been there for years, and I'm looking on social media, and they're like, oh, we missed we missed, and I'm like, hey, I won't let you down,
Right.
And so I kind of had to win people over, as the season went on.
Your 8 Mile moment.
Yeah, mom spaghetti, and but it was pretty awesome, and it's a lot of fun out there. I tell people all the time, if you haven't been to a Crushers game, I mean, it is the access to the players. I mean, there are players at the gates when people come in, that are playing in the game, not just, anyone, that they stand there and greet people as they come in. The access to the players, it's such a great environment out there. I mean, except, chippers at every game. So, other than that,
You want to know something?
Chipper, I'm going to come to these games this year, Chipper, courtesy of you.
Well, the bad thing is,
1
too,
and 2.
and I think Dave's even seen it before, is that if you have children, keep them away from Chipper.
Dang.
Because he is going to be the grumpy old man that's going to be mad if they come up asking for autographs every half inning.
Well, where Chipper sits, it's a bad spot because he's right there by the dugout, and by the aisle going onto the field. And we go, although, like I said, I can complain because I go down there, for games on the field or whatever. Chipper's always got a Mountain Dew for me, which is great,
Right.
and which like I said, like I need any more caffeine. But sometimes he has 2. It's. Wait a minute, I'm a little worried now. What's Chipper? He's Chipper. What's going on with you, brother?
I feel Chipper is getting stuff for everybody else, but I can't get the stuff that I'm owed.
Oh.
Come on, Chipper.
So as you look at this Crusher schedule here,
Love you,
Dave,
Chipper. I'm just messing with you.
what games do you think on there the fans need to come to?
Well, like I said, definitely opening weekend. We have a great time, and like I said, we have fireworks every Friday and Saturday home game. I mean, that's pretty awesome. You don't get to see that. The wait, how's that? Mwah. Is that better?
Yeah.
Hey. All right. But yeah, every Friday and Saturday we have fireworks out there, and it's not. I mean, they're great fireworks shows. I don't know if they have it the 4th this year. Last year, the 4th of July fireworks for the city of Avon were there. So we had a full house. It was just amazing. It's what? Bring your kids out there. Keep them away from Chipper, like you said. But, we've got a giant slide that I was told this year that in one of the half innings, they're going to make me go down the giant slide.
You know who should make go down the giant slide? Chipper. And listen,
They'd like to keep the slide.
Chipper has been a season ticket holder for years and never has thrown out the first pitch. We need to get him to do that this year so he stops crying about it. Because he's cried about it.
Because he's not going to ask himself.
Yeah, he's not going to ask himself. So, Dave, can you arrange that?
I'll see what I can do.
He wasn't an inaugural ticket holder because I was at
I didn't say inaugural ticket holder. I said he held.
But yeah, he's been there ever since.
He's there all the time.
he's
He's
been there ever
since.
Pressure stuff all on Facebook. He's there all the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the All Chipper Show.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was an inaugural ticket holder. I've got more seniority than Chipper does.
No, you don't, because you don't have the name badge on your seat like he does.
He does.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
he
kind of
does.
My God.
He
He
does.
paid for it.
I'm
He
just-
paid for it.
Either way, his name
He
is
paid
etched
for
into
it.
that seat, whereas I don't see anything with a gray straw on it.
Yeah. They're-
Not yet.
Chipper,
That's true.
That's his seat.
That's
Okay,
Chipper's
nobody
seat.
sit in it.
Mine's section 116, down by the bullpen.
Is your name on the seat?
Not yet.
Not yet.
So why don't you just get the 2 seats next to Chipper?
No, I'm sorry. I want to enjoy my game.
Right.
Well, here's another great thing about, like I said, access to the players at the Crushers games. Every Sunday game after, kids can run bases. They also, all the players, they set up tables. All the players, you can get autographs from the entire team every
That's
Sunday.
cool.
That's
That is
very
cool.
cool.
When can we get a hold of the team shop to start getting fat boy sizes too, so I can start wearing Crusher stuff?
I had to tell them that last year. 2XL was as big as they could get me, and I filled it out pretty good.
I will pay the extra money for material if need be. I don't care. Just let me get a nice jersey that'll fit a big guy with shoulders. I have a large frame. I can't help it.
So this is kind of awesome. They have they have specialty games like this year. They're doing they have Star Wars night, and the jerseys it's tied in with the Mandalorian, and it's got Grogu and a little. Cool jerseys.
Right.
And last year,
I don't think Chipper will make it to the plate on the first throw. He gets.
Don covered that. He's like, yeah,
I
that's
don't think
why.
he'll make it to the. I don't
That's
think he'll
why
make it to
he
the plate.
hasn't thrown out the first pitch. He wouldn't get it there.
he wouldn't get it there. Well, so they have these great jerseys, and they auction them off. The player jerseys and everything. And last year, they auctioned off mine. I would wear one. PA Dave or host Dave's jersey, and mine went sometimes for more than the players. Now, I'm not deluded enough to think that I'm important. It's because I'm a fat man, and people want to be able to wear that jersey.
That's all
So
it was.
people were like, oh yeah, oh look, that guy's huge.
So it's technically a game worn jersey.
It is.
Yep.
And I tell you what, I wore the one jersey. It was so hot, and I think it was Margaritaville night. And it was, they were. This was last season, and it was, this floral print, but it was so hot that day and everything, and I'm like, oh, you're going to want to wash this before you put it on.
Wait a minute. Was that the Jones Bones Day? Because didn't you wear a floral shirt on Jones Bones Day?
That was just, I may have. I think it may have been Jones Bones Day.
Yeah. So it might have had some sloppy.
It may have had some sloppy toppy on it. Once again, family entertainment here.
Yeah. So Adam or Dave, for Adam covering the game and being on the field media person this year, what advice can you give him as being a in-arena announcer? Any advice you can give him?
Man, the players are great. So here's, people always ask me, well, what do you like doing better? Do you like doing Akron? Do you like doing the Rubber Ducks? Do you like doing, the Crushers? And here's what I've said. It's again, like I talked about earlier, when people go, oh, do you think you're a better PA announcer? No, I'm just different. It's a different feel. Those players are playing because they're trying to they're still trying. They love the game of baseball. Not that the guys in Akron or at they're it's a little more business-like because those guys are signed and they're trying to get to the they're trying to get into the show just like those guys. But there's a lot more guys that are playing just for the love of the game, and you can tell. And they love playing. They love playing with each other. It's a great atmosphere there.
The thing is what now? How many guys have actually that have played with the Crushers have now gone on and actually been signed in the majors?
I don't know. I know for sure Coco Crisp. Remember Coco Crisp?
Yeah.
He played with the Crushers.
Yep.
Patty man.
I can't. Yeah,
Right? That was the bad.
They also hired or brought in Travis Hafner for a game too.
I think you're right. I do remember that was before me. But yeah, so it's crazy to be out there because again, like I said, you could just tell that the joy these players are having.
Right.
Yeah.
Gil, you couldn't find French fries?
Hey, there's ice cream again.
They're trying to get out of
I
here by
already had
8.
ice cream.
Yeah. No shit. They're shutting shit down 45 minutes early.
Yeah.
That good ice cream?
It's always good when it's free.
Where my ice cream at?
I said the same thing earlier. This kid walked by,
No.
and I was in the middle of talking, and I lost all train of thought. I'm like, I want that ice cream. My ADHD knows no bounds.
So speaking
And
of
it's
food,
chocolate too, though.
speaking of food, what's your favorite food item at the Crusher Stadium?
Oh man. Well, that's a good question.
They got good nachos. I'm a nacho guy. And I go to baseball.
Right? They have their soft pretzels are phenomenal. Man, that's a good question. You know what? Honestly, all season last year, I rarely ate because I was so busy during the game. Like I never took time to eat, which is crazy. But if Akron, if you've ever been to a Rubber Ducks game, their selection of food is like no stadium you've ever been to.
I was going to ask you, what hot dog's better, Crusher's hot dog or Akron?
So Akron has this thing, and it's their version of the turducken, and it's a hot dog stuffed in a bratwurst stuffed in a kielbasa with.
I'll take 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's amazing.
Do they
And
have
they have
steak and
they have an
mustard
ice cream. Oh yeah, they have an ice cream called the KDD Screamer, which is it's like 20 scoops of ice cream in a full size batting helmet on a brownie base. And I do
How
this
much
read.
is that?
I don't even know. It's
I don't give a shit about the ice cream. I just want the helmet.
right.
Right.
It's in a full size batting helmet, and I do the read for it. And it says with sprinkles, but only for winners. And but it's the last year they had it was called the meatball, the base on meatballs, and it was a meatball sub. You can't get meatball subs at stadium.
No, not usually.
The food in Akron is like you've never seen before at a stadium.
Now, who's the up and coming guys that obviously in the Guardian system that are at Akron currently that people might know?
Let's see. So Ralphie Velasquez, who is you got Jonah Advincula who came up. He was with Lake County when I was out there. We had Bazana most of last year, and he's up with the Clippers now.
The kid's
Cooper Ingle.
Kid's going to be good.
Yeah, Cooper Ingle. He's going to be a great catcher, but he's up with again. And I say this all the time, especially working like for the G League or working in the minors. If your team is good, you're going to lose your players. So it's hard. It's tough because so it's kind of bittersweet because you want them to do great. And it's awesome to see like CJ Kafis, who's on the I was with him at high A, and he was knocking the heck out of the ball. His first game, I think, with Akron, he hit 2 home runs. When I got to Akron last year, he was there for a couple of weeks. Went up to Columbus. In his first game, he had a double and a home run. People kept asking him about Bazana, and I'm like, I'm telling you, watch CJ Kafis. The kid he's solid.
Well, what about this other kid? I think, what is it, Jace LaViolette or something like that?
The first round draft.
Yeah, because for whatever reason, the kid was killing it for me in MLB The Show 25, and I see that he's like 6'5", 6'6", and he's a power hitter. Which
but I was in MLB, the show too. So I
know most of the people for the guard. I thought like Ralph Bass, because they be on MLB.
But I didn't know.
I haven't seen him play. Okay. Yeah, I haven't. He hasn't.
Ain't he heard that thing?
I don't know.
That's why I know they said he can hit the ball. He got the power. They say he just got to work on his plate different. Well, he one of them guys that's gonna strike out a lot.
I'm just mad that Dave's boy got released.
Nolan Jones.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, they got
he
rid of
wasn't
him?
my boy.
Oh,
okay.
Somebody who you don't like, they say it's your boy. So if you got somebody you don't like, is there any players you don't like that you can't stand?
Look at this ugly guy. What up, dog?
Yeah. So is there any players that you don't like?
Not really. I mean, I've had such a great experience. Like I said, that first year that I was with Lake County Captains, we won the championship that year. And what was awesome is, and I may have told this story before, but all through the year, our on-field host that year was Andrew Grover. If you've been to any Monsters games, you've seen Grover. But he was all year. He and I worked together. And anytime bases were loaded, Grover would go, "Hey, David." And I'd go, "There's captains everywhere." Right? The crowd loved it. well, you don't think that the players pay any attention to what you're doing, right?
Right.
So here we are. We won the championship. Everyone's on the field. They're, we're popping beer, driving. We had a boat that had wheels and it was a car. And people were driving around. It was awesome, right? And I'm talking to somebody, and one of the coaches goes, "Wait a minute." They hear me talking. They go, "Wait, you're David." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "David." And he points at the box because that's like really the first time I'd interacted on the field. And he gets everyone together, and I got a video of it somewhere. I'll send it to you. And the whole team on the field goes, "Hey, David." And I go, "There's champions everywhere."
Nice.
And they all are cheering. And I'm not going to lie, I got a little misty because you don't think that the players pay attention to what you're doing. And they love
They
that.
do.
So is that the coolest thing that has happened to you in baseball, or is there a cool story that you can share?
No, that's
with
that night, when we got that final out and the place went nuts, I'm like, oh my gosh, we just won a
Now,
championship.
did you get a ring?
I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
I mean, it was a staff ring. It wasn't a,
But still, it's still a ring.
right?
It's a ring.
Here's the best part, and that thing is huge, right? And I make I'm like, when am I ever going to wear this thing? Well, this past year at Akron, they had it was a theme night. It was pirates and princesses, right? So I had a full pirate outfit. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm wearing that ring today because it fit perfect. I'm like, yeah, look at this thing.
Weighs you down.
So do you like doing basketball better than you like doing baseball?
Man, these questions are tough. Well, here's the thing.
It's like asking him to pick his favorite kid.
I know, right?
He probably does.
I
have a favorite
love.
kid, though.
Oh, of course. I mean, just kidding. I love you, Anna. So my basketball, I stink at. Always have. Never was any good at it. But I have so much fun doing basketball because there's so much more. I'm right on top of the court. There's so much more room to improvise. Whether it's oh my, oh mere, whatever. So it's exciting. It's fast. But I just love the game of baseball. There's something about baseball. It's for lack of a better term, this is so cliche, but it's a magical sport.
Yeah.
And all summer, and it's beautiful, and what's amazing is when you see these guys that are in the majors that are 300 hitters that are that means only 3 times out of 10 are they getting hits, and they're the top of the. It shows you how difficult it is to play the game of baseball.
Well, what do they say? They got like 0.4 of a second to decide if they're going to swing or not.
Oh, it's nuts. It's amazing, and I've been down there. I got a couple of chances to go and hit some ball, on the field, and you hit it, and it's
Hell yeah, brother. Oh wait, we got our game. I should check that too. 7:30. I think we go on.
Why do you let him wear that stuff?
I don't know.
I tell him that they got to wear red line gear, and this is what he comes in.
That's what I'm saying over here.
My hoodie had
Over
dog
here.
hair all over it.
It's okay. It'd have been much better than what you're wearing right
Negative.
now.
Negative.
What happened to those hoodies?
I have yours.
Oh, okay.
I have
I
yours.
just remembered that. Okay,
Yeah,
don't let me forget.
It's not with me. It's at home. I'll bring it tomorrow.
He won't be here tomorrow. will
I
he?
won't be here
Where
tomorrow.
are you at tomorrow? You're at the Charge.
I'm at the Charge game tomorrow.
Where are you at Sunday?
Oh, I'm going to the Monsters. What do I do on days off when I'm not announcing a game? I go to.
Yeah.
But you know what's really crazy now? I do so many sporting events. I go to games now, and I've almost forgotten how to just be a spectator. I feel like I should be doing something all the time.
Right.
Yeah,
I know that
understand.
feeling.
So let me ask you this question:
Oh boy, here we go.
Are you wanting to get a call up to the big leagues?
Would I?
Is that your dream to get a call up?
Absolutely.
Okay, so if you had to pick one, Browns, Guardians, Cavaliers, where do you want to go?
Whichever one's paying the most.
I don't think that's it.
Whatever one's got the best chance of winning the championship.
Jesus.
Here's the thing.
The one with free food.
I bleed.
He said the one with free food.
I bleed brown and orange. When I was a police officer, I had special cuffs made. One was brown and one was orange.
Do you still have them?
Oh, of course, I still have them. I love the Browns so much. But football's a different breed. I do BW. I actually got to do the Division III national championship game, the Stag Bowl down down at Hall of Fame Stadium this year. But it's a different game. And my good friend Sean is the PA announcer for the Cavs. So I would never say I want that job, Sean. It's yours, buddy. But I would love to be at the corner of Carnegie in Ontario. That is something that I would love to do. I make the joke. I started high A, got the call up to double A. I really don't want to drive down to the Clippers, so I just like to go to the majors from here.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? I'm happy. I'm excited when I'm doing BW Sports. I have a connection to it when I'm working for whatever team I'm doing. It's just so much fun. And, and the one nice thing about minors, like I said, it's tough because the players you lose, especially if you're winning, but we can try so many different things, and and our GM in Akron, Jim Fander, when I got down there, one of the best people. He gets it where maybe something works, maybe something doesn't, but you don't know if it works unless you try it.
Right.
I just made a passing comment on our Star Wars night. Hey, it'd be funny if Yoda did the starting lineups. And he goes, go ahead, try it. And I'm like, second base, Travis Bazzana, his name is number 37 he wears. And the people loved it. It was awesome. It was so much fun.
Right.
But that kind of stuff you can do, in the minors.
But you can't do that
Yeah, you have to be the voice of God in the majors.
Yeah. Now, what was the reason that they changed from the arrows to the rubber ducks? A lot of people don't know the story behind that.
That's a good question. I'm trying to remember the year they did it. And
Just don't get me wrong, I love the look. You know what I'm saying? The look, the logo, everything is badass in my opinion. So
you know what? I don't know the reason they switched. I remember when they did it. And I'm not sure the exact reason. I'm sure somebody's told me the story, but I don't remember it at this time.
Man.
All right, so here's another one I got for you. So, yeah,
Who is your favorite child?
No. So I know Adam has always dreamed about doing color commentary or being on the microphone for football, basketball, or baseball. He's big into sports.
College football would be my go-to.
Yeah, I try to tell him all the time, you're never too old to do this. How do you suggest a guy his age, I've done some football myself, high school football, his age, still have the confidence to go do that and be successful at doing that? Because we do have the opportunity this year to call some high school football games, Dave. And
do it. Then do it.
Okay.
You've got it.
So my thing to you is if you're available, we would love to use you on that broadcast and pair you with Adam.
Well, again, it's a different, doing play-by-play is a lot different than being I've told this, again, I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you were here, I know you were, but I was talking about like Scott Zarella, who's our play-by-play guy for the Charge. He is, again, he's forgotten more about basketball than I'll ever know. And he and I have had talks about it because people don't, know the difference between, play-by-play. And people that do play-by-play, they amaze me that they fill the space, without, and they're really good at it. Logan Petoskey, who he does the Lake County Captains, he's play-by-play with them full time. And Logan is amazing. Even though he went to John Carroll, but I'll let that pass.
Wait, you digress?
Yeah. I went to Miami, so I don't, Miami of Ohio. So I have no skin in the game, except when you work for BW, you learn not to like John Carroll. So
you and Ben Roethlisberger have something in common.
Wow.
You had to go there, did
Wait
you?
a minute.
He went there.
You guys got a couple things
He
in
went there
common.
with that one.
went
Both
there.
are champions, and you're a Miami of Ohio Redman or Red Hawk, right?
Red Hawk.
Isn't it a Red Hawk?
No,
Red Hawk.
it is
no,
not.
I was a Redskin. I'm that old.
So they were Redskins back in the day?
Yeah.
Yes.
We switched over to the Red Hawks in early 90s.
Wasn't it Redskins, Redmond, and then
No, we went right from Redskins to Red Hawks because that was my very first game doing hockey. I said, "Here come the Redskin Hawks," just like that, because I was so used. The crowd loved it. The administration not so happy with me,
Right.
but they knew I didn't do it on purpose. I was just so keyed up, you know.
It was the spirit of the moment, man.
Oh, I was. Here come the Redskin Hawks. I will never
The
forget
The
that.
Redskin Hawks.
Yeah. Oops.
Now, a friend of mine told me that to practice play-by-play, record like a game and then sit there
Mhm.
and record yourself going over the whole game.
Absolutely.
And that's how we learned.
And you know, basketball is so much. It's like doing hockey, you know, because with hockey you've got guys that are subbing in constantly, so you have to see who's on the ice, and you watch you listen to these guys do it just effortlessly.
Yeah.
They know the numbers,
Well,
and because you have to not only so say you're the Monsters play-by-play guy, and you know your players, but you also have to know that other team.
Yeah.
Because you just they're they don't go and it passed to number 12. They know the name. It is not easy,
You
and
have
It's
to
so
keep the
fast
flow.
paced too. Like I get so fast paced.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I'm glad you said that, because when I was the public address announcer for the Akron Aviators, I got a list every day, and sometimes the people that are on that roster are not on that roster no more, and then you're filling in because I don't know if you ever followed ABA basketball. You can go get somebody off the street and put them on your roster.
Well,
That day.
the G League is not much different. They get
Yeah.
pool players, and guys get, our team that we have now is a month and a half ago almost completely different.
Yeah, with no Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
they got all them two-way contracts.
Yeah, 2 ways, and
yeah.
today the players are with the mothership. They're not with us, and I mean it's very difficult. And then it's funny, the different sports have different names. In basketball, you got a lot of Lithuanian names and Middle European names you got to learn. In baseball, there's a lot of Hispanic names you have to learn. So it's and that is one of my pet peeves is getting names right, because it could be the only time, especially like in college games, where it could be the only time that person ever hears their name. And
Do you attempt it without talking to them first?
absolutely not. No,
Okay.
I know those names going into it hands
Okay.
down.
Okay.
And sometimes, and even a lot of times, the team themselves don't even know it. Yeah, I'll go right to the player if possible.
Okay, so just for shits and giggles, the kid from Eastern Michigan, Noah, Clint, you can say the word, but I can't.
Oh, the Carnegie?
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Kanaga. That's
That's what I'm saying. It's like
it's Carnegie.
putting,
Kanaga,
yourself,
yeah.
putting yourself in
And
like
the way it's spelled.
the public
I
address
want somebody to
announcer's
slip
shoes.
up on air and actually say it though.
Well,
I
that's what
don't
I'm
want it to happen one day.
Being that he's done this before, like, how would you go into trying to even do that? Like, just slow yourself down so you don't screw it up? Or just be like,
I mean,
no, okay with the tackle, and you call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, it is how it is, and there's Muhammadu Gay, Gueye. He goes by Mo Gay, and I mean, that is what it is. That's how I talked to him specifically.
Right.
I said, hey, do you want Muhammad? And he goes, I just like Mo. And okay, and that's how he wanted it.
Mo Gay.
And that's how it is. And that's and a lot of times, like I said, even the team themselves, the stuff that they put out isn't correct.
Right.
A lot of times, there was a guy, and it's one of my favorite stories. Great big, he's from Georgia, and not our Georgia. His name was Georgi Bishanishvili. And I'll
that
never
name
forget
popped
his
out.
name, right? A great big, he's 6'9", 6'10". I walk and every game, and you saw I have the candy, in front of me, the trolley gummy worms. I walk up to the table, and this dude is knuckles deep in my bag of gummy worms. And I'm like, hey. And he goes, oh, I am sorry. I say, well, now that I got you here, I just want to make sure. It's Georgi Bishanishvili, right? He goes, that is perfect, but you let me eat these. You call me whatever you want. So, yeah, that's really important to me, and that is one of my pet peeves. Make sure you get the name right, and if you're wrong, seat number one.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I do too in racing. Like you got to have their names right, their sponsors right, where they're from.
Dick
all that.
Trickle, one of the best names
Yes.
ever in sports.
No doubt, hands down.
Yeah.
Now, like, and you don't have to. I'm not going to put you on the spot and name drop anybody, but has there ever been some players you've come across that have been like just unapproachable, that you can't even talk to them, like they're just a big asshole or a douchebag? Or has everybody been pretty cool?
No, everybody's really
Okay.
been pretty cool.
Because they're not divas yet. They're not at the big stage, so they don't.
They're still trying.
Right. Okay.
Right. And and generally if they're a diva at the level that I'm at, they're not going to get much higher.
No,
Yeah.
you're going to be stuck.
Yeah. So it's it's there, like I said, I've had a great experience with the players, and again, knowing that they appreciated my, I took my, there's captains everywhere to Akron. Now when bases are loaded, all right, 717 Credit Union Park. There's rubber ducks everywhere, when bases are loaded. And
Right.
I remember the very first day I was there, I was doing a mic check, and there were players out on the field, and some of them had been with me at the Captains last year, and that was my mic check. I'm like, there's rubber ducks everywhere. A couple players stopped and gave me thumbs up, and I'm like, I'm keeping it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're getting the thumbs
Yeah.
up already, I mean, why change it?
Yeah.
Right.
That's the rallying part.
People are like, why don't you say there's ducks on the pond? I said, because that's not me.
Because that's just that.
That sounds lame.
That's
Yeah, somebody else.
that's so cliche and so
That sounds lame.
expected.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's like the old, I think it was Cubs announcer, White Sox announcer. You'd be like, put it on the board, yes.
Hawk Harrelson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now Nick Wilson from 92.3 The Fan does that. So every time I hear that, I'm like, yeah. I remember watching
WGN.
WGN. Oh, yeah.
the Southsiders. I remember watching.
Oh, my
that.
White Sox and Bulls game.
Yeah. Well,
When the Bulls was bad.
the Bulls weren't bad in the 90s. They were great in the 90s.
No, the Cubs sucked in the 90s, though.
Yeah.
Back when they had the Mark Graces of the world before Sammy Sosa came in. And
I remember being a kid watching, I forget what channel it was, but all the Atlanta games were on.
TBS.
TBS.
Don't bring that up. Chipper will be. Chipper's the Braves fan. You
I know.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because, we have our group chat, so he shared the opening day lineup for our Cleveland Guardians because we're all Guardians fans, and Chipper threw in the Braves, so I had to be the asshole and be like, yeah, nobody cares. Just saying.
And that's why he couldn't work. He couldn't work at the Moose Lodge tonight because he's at home
Watching
watching
the Braves
game.
game.
Moose has TVs. You could have watched it there.
I told him that.
Who are the Braves playing tonight?
Who
Anybody
cares?
care?
Nobody
who
cares.
cares?
Yeah, about to say, who cares?
Hey, last time I checked, there's still NCAA basketball to be played. March Madness is still in full effect.
I don't
True
care about
that.
that neither.
So-
My team's
so-
out. I
Yeah,
don't care.
Dave. So how's did your bracket bust?
Always.
Who'd you pick to win the national
So
championship?
here's the thing. I play. So I'm connected to so many sports. I can't gamble on anything.
Right.
But I have done this this bracket thing with when I worked for the Cleveland prosecutor's office years ago before I was a cop. There were 4 of us, and we do every year. It's all picked, no money to pick out of a thing. We all have one of the number ones, and then we all have 16 teams. There's 4 of us, and there is a trophy that goes, and you keep it for a year. I mean, you keep this trophy. If you go places, you take pictures with it. I mean, I've been doing this for over almost 30 years, and I still have UConn left. My number one got bounced.
Florida.
Florida, yeah. And I didn't want Duke because I always have a bad Dukey Flukey's always Luke, But and I'm like, oh, Florida, I like Florida, that's good. And then they sucked up the room. But I still have UConn left. That's my
Arizona's the one that scares me.
yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they really scare me. And tonight's game worries me because obviously Alabama's the highest scoring team in the nation. They can dump threes on you like it ain't nothing. So I don't know how we are going to play, but we'll see. But I was pissed because I don't ever pick that school in Columbus. I picked them in 5 out of however many brackets, and the assholes were the first ones out the gate to lose.
That's because you picked them.
That's right.
I was excited because again I went to Miami and the year they had this year was amazing.
It was.
And then that it still bothered me that you're 31-0 and you got a play-in game.
I'm about to say, yeah.
you
I'm about
know.
to say, like, they was talking about they wasn't even going to make. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're undefeated.
But
Their schedule, they're undefeated. I hate when people try to say, well, your schedule is this. Like, I can't control who you put in front of me.
and they were trying, yeah. It is what it is, and you know what? This time of year is so much fun. Every one of those basketball games. It's amazing. It's so much fun to watch.
And my team got put out in the first round.
And now they lost their coach.
Yeah, and now they fired their coach.
Who?
Tar Heels. Hubert Davis.
Oh yeah, that right. They were like, no, bye.
Didn't they blow like a 15-point lead?
Yeah,
though?
they were up 15 and lost by 17, so 32-point swing.
Well, who
Yeah,
was
that
it
gets you
in the
fired.
game? It was. What was it last night or was it last night? It was like it was a really super close game, and they only had 4 guys on the court, and they lost. They gave up a layup, and I'm
Yeah.
like, how does that happen?
I just don't get over like watching that Purdue game against Texas. Purdue's going in to go for a game-winning basket, and you let the guy tip it in. Why did you not box him out? And you don't even give that dude a chance to tip it in, and that's how you end up losing the game. And a tip in.
But that's March Madness.
Yes,
That's how it goes sometimes. That's how it goes.
Well, how about that 8th grader who has a perfect sheet going in for the women's
Does he really?
NCAA? Yes, there is an 8th grader in Pittsburgh right now who has a perfect sheet going, and they just
Okay, they got UConn
they just
winning it all.
popped it on Twitter.
Wow,
An 8th grader, and he said it's just by all luck, and I'm like, yes, it is.
that's craziness.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I mean,
Who we got winning it all, George? Who they got winning it all?
And I'll have to go back in to look to see. It's out of the women's bracket, remember? So
Probably
UConn.
No, probably South Carolina.
One of them two.
I was gonna say I would have picked UConn.
Gino still coaching?
Yep.
Yep.
Gino Oriama?
He ain't going
whatever
nowhere.
his name is.
Yes, sir.
yeah, wow. Yeah, this time of year is a lot of fun.
It is.
And now that you got hockey playoffs coming up here, and
I'm so happy I need the Blue Jackets to keep this momentum going.
I went down to last week. I was down in a Blue Jackets game. I went to against the Rangers. Well, man, that was awesome. I hockey. I still play hockey. I love hockey. That is a lot of fun. And doing Monsters games, I back up.
I've been to plenty of Monsters games.
I back up Jason Sokol, who is their PA announcer. When he's out of town, I do Monsters games. So I do maybe 2-3 games a year.
But still, you can say you've been the PA announcer at Rocket Mortgage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that in itself.
The last game I did this year, this season, I mean, there was 10,000. It was 10,000. It was a packed crowd,
Right.
And I'm like, it's just me and 10,000 of my hockey friends, and it's awesome. And last year I got to do the weekend. They changed. They were the pierogies. The Cleveland pierogi weekend.
Yeah.
And it is very difficult to make pierogies sound cool.
Yeah.
Maybe if you roll the R, you're Cleveland pierogies.
Mhm.
But it's so much fun. And I tell you what, they pack the fans for the Monsters are crazy.
They're
They
rabid.
love
Yeah.
it, and they're up in attendance, in the top every year, which is great.
How are they doing this year?
They're doing good. They started off a little tough, but they've really come on the second half of the season.
Okay.
So I don't know. Like I said, get in, especially in hockey, get in the playoffs, and we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah, that's all you can.
That's all you can
Just get
do.
your foot in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You still got we got I think it's only 3 teams that actually clinched playoff spots. I think
Yeah, it's-
Colorado.
It was cool when I went to the Jackets game to see Jet Greaves.
I
He
want to go to a
started,
Jacket. I gotta go to a Blue Jacket.
because Jet was with us, with the Monsters, and to see him start down there and get the win, it was nice.
That's awesome.
So, Dave, with you being the PA announcer for the teams you do it for, do they ever just give you free tickets to come and hang out at the Monsters games or the Cavs games?
Well, I actually work for Rocket Entertainment, so I get a set number of tickets that are left over for each game. So yeah, I go to the game, and that's why if there's a Monsters game on a night that I'm at the Monsters game, I'll go. Even if my kids don't come with me, I'll go by myself. because I love hockey and
Now,
I love going to the games.
Is that any other events, or is it just like the sporting events?
Just the ones that are Rocket Entertainment, the Monsters, the Charge, and the
Okay.
Cavs. Cavs every once in a while, they release some tickets, and it's funny, because we get tickets for the Charge games, and I tell our sales team, I go, man, you guys are really doing a great job because the free tickets we get are starting to suck more. Because we usually get much better seats, but people are realizing what you get. Coming down to those Charge games, it's so much fun.
The venue alone is just so cool to see.
Now, are they going to continue to play there? Are they going to?
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Are they going to play at the new courts that the Cavs are building down?
No, that's more of a practice facility and everything. Yeah, no, that's our arena now.
So what are they going to do with the one in Independence?
I'm pretty sure the WNBA may be moving into that one.
Oh, the Rockets.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's what I don't know for sure, but that's what I thought.
What's your thoughts about that coming back?
That's exciting. I think
He'll probably have something to do with it. I wouldn't doubt.
I wouldn't hate it. Just saying.
Right.
If anyone's listening,
Do you think that
I tag along with for that. I'm
Right.
a big fan of WNBA.
do you think they'll bring the Rockers name back?
They're supposed to, I thought.
They are. It's the Rock. I think they're bringing back the Rock.
I don't think that. I don't know. I know they're supposed to. I think this summer at some point to tell us what the name is. I don't know. It's like the most heavily guarded secret in the world. But I
heard they heavily probably going to bring
It can't be no worse than the Guardians.
Well, I was going to say they still technically own the licensing for it, so they could use it again.
I don't
Yeah.
really. I don't know.
It was one of the cooler logos too.
It really was.
It was one of the best logos.
And I remember last year we had or was it last season? No, it was 2 seasons ago. I think we had a Rockers night, and they were Rockers inspired Charge jerseys, which were really cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Charge always do that too. They do inspired jerseys as well. I seen them at the game that me and Amy have went to. We seen the Captain Marvel ones, or they had them for sale over there.
Oh yeah, they had. I mean, we have such great. Like on March 13th, we did. It was Harry Potter night, and so Harry Potter inspired jerseys, and I mean, they just do such cool things. They do like throwback. We had a British Invasion night. Now this was really cool. So we had British Invasion night early in the season, and they had a really cool logo with a guitar, and and after the show, they had Revolution Pie, which is a local Beatles tribute band, do a free concert on the stage there that the Beatles actually played on in 1964.
That's cool.
Which is so. And I'm a huge music guy,
Yeah.
and to be there, I remember standing there and I'm listening to the music and I'm like looking around, going, it's almost surreal. It's just so cool.
It's the nostalgia behind it.
Yes.
Like you stood there and you took it in. Which is always a good thing.
Yeah, we got about 15 minutes left to go. We're going to cut it short here tonight.
Yeah, because we got to be out by 8.
Yeah, we got to be out of here by 8. So, Dave,
You can't make me leave.
Dave, we appreciate you for sticking around on both shows. You coming out and hanging out with us, man. It's been a blast. Can't wait to get you back on, especially at Jones Bones when we get the sloppy toppies again.
Absolutely.
I don't know. That Polish girl was damn good too, though.
That Polish girl was good.
Yeah.
So wait, what now? What did I miss?
The Polish girl. That's what you missed. Adam, tell them what it is.
What was it? Whatever kind of sausage or whatever it was.
Pulled
French
pork.
fries, pulled pork, and coleslaw.
Oh,
I could do without the coleslaw.
Yeah, me too. I'm not a big coleslaw guy.
Listen, I'm not a coleslaw guy, but that
I'm in.
coleslaw was pretty good.
Where was that?
At Jones Bones.
That was at Jones Bones too.
That's what he fed us. He's like, I'm going to change it up this time.
He said,
I think I'm getting fatter just listening to this.
I think the sloppy toppy. That's what I really want. I want that one.
No, I want the burnt ham.
Did you've seen the sloppy toppy, right? So
Yeah, I seen it. I wanted to get it, but they did the post.
Dave's got a picture of it that Chipper sent.
yeah, Chipper just sent this to me. Here I was eating. There you go. Look at that thing. Okay, look. I don't know if you can see this. Is that showing up?
yep,
yeah.
it's showing up great.
Yeah, that it was amazing. But
Put it this way. You go into that restaurant, the minute he brings that food out, you will not hear a fucking peep from anybody.
Dave, that should be your Christmas card.
But spice it up with a little like Christmas looking
right,
colors and
yeah.
stuff.
Here's
Put an ugly Christmas sweater on.
exactly, yeah. Ho ho ho! A little sloppy toppy for you.
But again, Dave, thank you for coming out. Adam, thank you for joining us on Friday night. Clint, thank you for coming back. I will have Clint back on tomorrow. George, thank you for stepping in and producing tonight. We are out here from the 60th annual Friday night, last Friday night ever of the Piston Power Show. We're out. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Wait, can I get a picture? And let me get a. I want to get a selfie of all of us here. All right, hang on. I might hand this to you so you can get it from an angle here.
I'm the worst for the selfie.
Are you?
I don't take selfies.
You don't take selfies?
Gail.
All right.
I don't take selfies.
There you go.
Gail can take us.
Oh,
Take
all
one
right.
of us.
Then get mommy can do it.
What? Here, would you
You
take
wanna
a
do
picture
it?
of us, please?
Let Piper do it. Come on.
All right. Get in here, guys. Woo! Thank you.
Thank you. All right, George, go ahead and send us out.
No problem.
See you tomorrow, y'all.
See you tomorrow, y'all.
Redline Network introduces our newest partnership, Outlaw Light. Outlaw is crafted for all of the beer drinking patrons of America. They aren't preaching or teaching, their mission plain and simple, to provide a high quality beer at an affordable price. Outlaw is crisp, crushable, refreshing. Available by the case, tall boys, 16-ounce six-packs or singles. Go to outlawbeer.com to find the nearest can or tavern near you. The Redline Network proudly raises their cans to you. Stay bold, Outlaw.